Hi, it's Charlie giving you Friday's market commentary. Hope you're very well. Right, I'm just on recording number 2. I was already 5 minutes in and hardly had done anything, so I've just re-recorded. Now, for the purpose of disclosure, I've just gone long on the euro dollar. So here we go. This long here, 35.46. Just put it in at -1. So it's just put it in. Why have I gone long there? And also, as you can see, I did have a long here last night. That was yesterday evening. Which got me stopped out overnight, and also an Aussie dollar long last night at the highs on the news. I stayed up, put a small trade in on the news. So let's just go through those. So my trade from last night at 50 something, what it was, I was long at over here. Just got nicked this morning for 10 pips. But I'm looking at this at the moment, and we've got divergences in play on this hourly charts. Got quite a few divergences in play. So, and this is the hourly time frame. I just looked at this and thought, okay, well, I'm going to give this one a go on the long side, despite the fact it's such a big move down. I'm going to explain exactly why I've done that in the first place. First of all, I just want to and why I took that trade yesterday eve or last night as well on the euro. I mean, for the sake of such a small stop out, what did I lose? £42 on the euro. It was just worthwhile giving it a go. The Aussie dollar, I stayed up to put this entry in and got triggered in at 88.07 there. As we can see, it ran up to what, 88.20 or so. I just left a stop at 88.97. So here's my orders again. 88.90, sorry, yes, stop at 88.97. I was in at oh 07, and I was just leaving it to see if it was just going to run. Obviously, it hasn't, and so we've come down here. So I'm just leaving the Aussie dollar at the moment. It's got negative momentum at the moment, so I'm just leaving that one alone. But I do think this Aussie could still be tradable at some point today. So let's have a look at the daily charts here. Yeah, that's still got the potential. So I'm going to have to come back to that one as well at some stage. Right, so the euro dollar, what the hell am I doing with that one then? So I've got a plan, and the plan is, so if I bring the pen up, so it's a strategy plan. I think this is one of those trades which is, well, it's definitely a less than 50% probability of it working. But if it was to work, then it's a big payer. So, but I have to be in down near the lows in order for the strategy, the setup to work. So, by essentially me getting in down here on the hourly chart, as I've just done, I've put a unit in. I'll put a second unit in on a little dip. Actually, I will put 2 units in, but it's only one lot in total, so it's only small. So I'm quite happy to give that a go here this morning. So, but essentially what I'm looking to do is to then have orders in to buy in as if price was to come up, to have stack up orders. So if euro was to have put in sort of a V-shaped reversal today, and I'm not, like I say, this is less than 50% odds of this happening, but it's not going to cost me much if I'm completely wrong and it rolls over again. So because I've only got a small stake in down here, so I can afford to do it. Now, if it comes up and I'm going to put these orders in, and it triggers me into another buy level up here. Now these are all retracement zones which a lot of people will be selling into, so I'm well aware of that, and normally I'd be looking at selling into those myself. But anyway, I do have my reasons in the background. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because if price gets up to here, that means I'll be in profit on this section. Okay. By the time we get up to here, if it was to then roll right the way over, my stop on this section will be up to break even. So I can't lose on my original entry. All I'm going to then lose is on my second entry, and so on and so forth. And so that's what the plan is. But if it was to just have a good run today and come up, what could happen is I'm in on the long side with a decent sized position if it wanted to do something like that. Like I say, it's a less than 50% probability outcome, but it's there nevertheless. So that's why I've put this in. So I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen here. It looks like we're going to close on a hammer. We're just coming up to 7:52 a.m. at the moment. So it looks like we're going to close on this hammer. Like I said, we've got these divergences in the background. We've got lots of resistance coming in over the top of us, and this could all be over very quickly. But and we've got news out at 10 a.m. So it could just languish around for a while until that news comes out anyway in the eurozone. But I'm just giving it a go with a low. It's still a low risk trade as far as monetary terms are concerned. But like I said, I had that stop out last night on it, giving it a go there. And I guess last, I want to come back and have a look at that Aussie dollar whilst it's down here. I'm going to have a check at this off screen because I do want to overall be long on the Aussie dollar, so I may be looking to put swing trade longs in. So I'm going to have a look at that right now. Right, so I am actually going to put this a small swing long on the Aussie. So it's a swing trade, not a day trade, but I've just got to put that in. So I've just clicked on buy there. I've just put 1 unit in because I'm putting a stop right down here. And then what I would then do is with this is then look to build that position as and when and if Aussie gets strength, build strength. If it doesn't and it comes down weak, then again I don't lose too much on that swing trade. But I can now wait. Maybe it'll take into Monday in order for this to come up. And if I'm right and it does come up, then at least I'm in with a position, and then I can add to that on strength. So that's the plan on that. Oh, that's interesting. The euro's just dipped down. I was just cooking my breakfast, and it's done a look at this on the fight. Literally, as the minutes. Look at that. It's just gone woof. This is where I wanted to put my ad in, so I've not managed to get that in. It's done that literally on the change of the hour at 8 a.m. So never mind. I'll see if I can get another ad in, but not right here. Okay, I'm going to use this as my ad in. It's actually the same price. I think I got my first entry in, but I wanted to have those 2 entries in, so I've got 2 in now. And so we're just going to see how this goes. It could, like I said with this one, it's a low probability outcome trade because of the overall trend, but it's one that the risk reward on it is very high, and so that's why I'm giving it a go, just to see if it can indeed work. If it doesn't, then it'll come down and stop me out very quickly down here at these lows, but it's not exactly going to cost me too much. I gave it a try last night. I'm giving it another try here this morning, and if it doesn't work out, then it's still not really cost me too much. So and then I'm trying to find some opportunities around, but the Aussie dollar is a swing anyway, so that one is we'll just have a look at that one later on once I've finished this. But for now, I'm going to press pause because this could be a long morning. Okay, so I'm just back just prior to 10 o'clock news coming out in the euro. You can see it's come up a bit from when I got in earlier on down here. It was up at 135.60, just below it hit, and it's rolled all the way over. Very, very nearly hit my stop. My stop's at 33, but it has to be hit at 33 on the ask, not the bid. So it got very close there, but we'll see what happens on the news. If it comes down, it'll take me very quickly. But that's the whole point of this trade. It's not going to cost too much if I lose on it. So we'll just have to see. So very nearly there. Like I said, it ran up a little bit, but that's not the trade that I was looking for. So it's all very well that I was up 10 pips or whatever. It's not the trade I was looking for. So we'll see what happens. I'll press pause and come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so it's come down. So my little trade idea has not worked out today by the looks of things. So I'll see if it's just a blip and it's just coming down for a blip move. Still got positive momentum in the background here, but obviously trend is down. But sometimes what you can happen is you get the news come out and it blips down and then it just starts firing up. So I'll have to keep my eye on it for a few minutes. But otherwise I've just been stopped out for a whopping 80 something pounds on that one. It's all small stuff here really, but I'll just watch it for a minute. I'll press pause. Okay, so I'm waiting to go to the gym. So we've had this flush down. I'm still this is something in the back of my mind is still not convinced by this down move. We've come down into the lows now of the mid-January, of around about the 19th, 20th of January. And we may want to probe and go lower, absolutely. But I can afford to take the risk and trade so small that if it was to work out, then it's just like a 20 bagger. I'll explain later. But so what I'm waiting for is just to see if we come back into the bands. So if we come into the bands and then test the lower band, then I'm going to give it one last go down there. We're still diverging. We've still got positive momentum on the hourly charts, even though we've come down here. So I'm just looking to see if I can give this one last shot. It's not cost much, like I said. So if I bring up the account here, so all right, I'll include last night's trade as well, as it's in there. So down 129 pounds on that and 30 pounds on the Aussie short long from last night as well, but I'm obviously in an Aussie swing, so it's 160 quid down. I'm playing really small again this week, so I can afford to put one more little trade in, and this time I can well, I'll just give it another go and we'll see. So like I said, this could just be a flush, and we'll see if I can get if there is going to be a bigger bounce in play. Like I said, I'm always wary if I haven't got that negative momentum in the background and my price is moving down, so I'm inclined to not believe the downside move, so to speak. So I can't trade that downside because of that positive momentum, so that's fine. I can't. It's not my style to trade where the momentum isn't. So it's just a case of just waiting to see if we can pull up into these bands and then test the lower band. And if we can do that in the next 10 minutes, I'll get that on and I'll pop down the gym, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it's certainly coming into the bands here, so I'm going to be looking to get that long off as soon as I can. So I'm just waiting for the close of this candle, and then I'll be looking for a little bit of a dip to get in. So we're nearly there. We've got 10 seconds to go. I'll just press pause for a sec. Okay, so here we are. I'm not going to play around with it too much. I'll get those 2 units off again. Okay, so I've got those in. I'm not even waiting for the lower band. Right, I'll put my stop down here. I'm going to the gym, and we'll just see what happens when I get back. If it's a losing day, it's a losing day. Not costing me too much, but the risk to reward is very, very high, and that's why I'm just giving this a go. There's nothing really else on for me today, particularly, so that's about it. I'll come back to this later. Okay, just back for the gym, and as you can see, it's having a bit of a run here at the moment, so, which is nice. Funny enough, the Aussie dollar trade has got stopped out, but the euro one is having a bit of a run on it. So we're going to have to see. That Aussie was a little swing, but it was only with a small position. But we're going to see with this one where we're going to get to. If it carries on breaking up, then what I've done is I've got orders to buy me in as this goes up. I'll come back to this in a second.